Wow.
It's actually very interesting to see. As you know, there are many revolutions suddenly started all over the world, even in Israel right now. Most of them, many who started them are young people who actually felt there is something beyond what the system shows us. What I feel is that the next step is really the revolution of consciousness.
Yes.
Which is, I feel that is what really the thing that will bring end to all wars. As people will begin to see who they really are. And
yes.
And I remember you said you had experiences with the ETs. Is that right?
Yes.
Do you want to share a little bit about that?
Really, I like to use people are familiar with the term indigo, and I explained what indigo is, and I explained what crystal children are.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also the star seeds, and
yeah.
essentially we actually are all indigo, crystal, and star seed. Everybody comes from the stars because all of our atoms come from the stars, right? Indigenous cultures knew this to be true. Christianity says we come from Adam. Adam, atom sounds very similar, right? And so people are starting to, the reason why we call some people starseeds and others not is because the ones who are starseeds are able to remember within their cellular memories of lives on other worlds and their cosmic connection, that God is inside us and we are inside God. And it's a micro of a macro within our cell, within our body, within our planet, within the universe.
Mm-hmm.
And so people are starting to realize that, we are actually not from Earth. Earth is a school. Nobody is from their school. We come here as creators in training to this Harvard University, diversity university, to experience something very different from ourselves, to have all these different forms and, like an actor, experience everything there is to experience as far as roles go. Not for karma or punishment, but to find ourselves in each other, to relate, to humble ourselves, to be able to see ourselves in put ourselves in other people's shoes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
So, it's so very much like a peekaboo and hide and seek with the divine. That's how I look at it. And the more we connect with our, universal galactic self, the more we can understand of all the other worlds that we studied at before coming to Earth that prepared us for this work. And our star family that is working with us to do this work. Because I know that a lot of the young people are just people who are star seeds or light workers or whatever kind of label you want to give it, because it really is just a label, a stepping stone to understand greater truths about yourself, a tool, if you will. They really feel really have such a hard time here. They don't want to be here. It's so ugly, it's so difficult compared to where they come from, where it's this gorgeous, peaceful place. But they don't understand that they have those seeds within them, and they come here to bring those seeds into fruition, to grow and thrive, and to give that to the earth. You cannot go home, but you can become home. And that's what it's about. And people are starting to remember their interactions with their star family. Sometimes people have unpleasant experiences because there is manipulation influences, corruption, and trying to understand the secrets of the human soul. But once people realize who they are and they take back their power, they can't have those nasty experiences with ETs. They can't harm them anymore. It can't be interpreted as fear anymore. Because a lot of times we're afraid of what we don't understand. And our mind will make it into something, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. If we believe that this is happening to us and it's really awful, or we think they're going to do this, then they do, right? So you start to get better control of your mind and your emotions so that you don't fall into that pothole. Like conspiracy where, they're doing this, they're doing that, and that bridges anger, and that anger brings such a lack of clarity that it's like shooting yourself in the foot. Like Gandhi said, an eye for an eye makes the whole world blind.
Yeah, exactly.
But now with the relationship with the star beings, they are here, they've been here for a long time. And we're starting to see them again. We could see them when we were 5 and under because we were using 100% of our brain and 100% of our eyes. We could see them when we have near-death experiences, and we can see them with people who have done hallucinogenic properties, and mystics as well can see them. People who have not had certain vaccinations as well are able to see them. But more and more people are starting to see them as the veil lifts. Now, a lot of people are thinking that they are going to come and save us and fix everything, but that's really kind of irresponsible if you really think about it. You know, we got ourselves into this mess. We are the ones that can get ourselves out of it, and God has more faith in us than we have in ourselves. So, I mean, they are watching us and helping us, but they're not going to do it for us. They're not going to save us because we have to bring all these things that are happening right now that are so scary is really just pushing us to rise to the occasion. These prophecies that we hear about in doom and gloom are really motivation to get us act at just the right time to avert these things from happening, and we're doing it, and we have done it.
Beautiful. It's, also many young people that I met tell me, I'm not from here. I have another home. I have another family, and I miss them, and it's amazing to see because there are so many, and it's really beautiful what you say, that instead of wishing to go home, you realize that home is here. What I once I had the same experience, and what I heard was that prepare the ground and we will come. So it's actually our work.
Our work to heal the planet, to heal each other, to treat each other like family, because, science has proven we're all 30th cousins. So Einstein is right. It is all relative. We are all relatives, and it's time we started acting like it and looking out for each other, loving each other. And your friends that were saying, they're not from here, they know they miss their family. Their family is with them. They haven't left their side. Just have them think of it like they're wearing a virtual reality helmet on their head. And all they can see and hear is the program. But if they were to lift up that helmet, they would see their friends and family all around them cheering them on. Because it's really difficult. A lot of the beings cannot come here to Earth because it's too intense for them. So they watch and they help on the other side. And they're great admiration of us that came here to, for such a challenge and to volunteer. But we love challenges, and we know that by helping, what we're doing here, we're also helping all the other worlds as well that are stagnated. We're like ripples throughout the universe, universes, yes.
So, in your journeys, did you meet very special children, like little children that absolutely amazed you, that brought you to you inspiration, that you saw them as little teachers?
Absolutely, all the time. I mean, when I started to make my videos, it was first parents watching my videos, and then the kids would see, me, and they'd be like, oh, I know her, and they'd recognize me. So the whole family would watch together, which I think is really cool. And I would get invited out to countries in the world, so like Spain, for example, and I would meet these incredible children. And there's, a mother would tell me that when her baby was in her stomach, she didn't want to eat meat. She lost the desire for meat, like it almost made her sick. Right? And the baby just, had a strong desire for that. And when it was born, they tried to feed him meat, and he knew right away, that was meat, and he refused to eat it. And I spoke to him, and I said, so what did you come to this planet for? And he said, I come because humans and animals are no longer going to harm each other. Animals and, animal friends are no longer going to harm each other either. And I need to prepare the world for this, to this relationship and healing that will be happening, where we will witness harmony with the, how when we watch nature shows in the animal kingdom is always so violent, right? And we think that's natural, but it's really not. They're mirroring our aggressive nature and our eating animals, or even the cannibalistic nature that's happened through history, and it's happening to this very day, sadly. But as people are starting to return back to themselves and more peaceful in nature, more pure of heart, becoming vegetarians, raw foodists, to even breatharians, again, because there is documentation of that, the animals are changing, and the children that are coming to the planet are also helping to change them. There is a documentation of a girl named Tippy, You can look her up, and she is able to swim in crocodile-infested water and jump on a crocodile's back and not be harmed. Swim with, not swim, sorry, play with poisonous snakes, dig with meerkats, ride on an ostrich's back, and she can communicate with them. And, because she's pure, the animals allow her to do that. But if the people who are videotaping or taking pictures of her, they have to do it behind kind of bars or a cage, because the animals still sense their aggression and the meat that they eat within their body, and this unrest, this discord still going on in their body, but also in their energy field, which, brings animals towards attacking people.
Mm-hmm.
But once you deal with that energy, and once we realize, like a lot of the times, when the way we kill animals, the disrespect towards them and their spirit, the animals sense that as well in the energy fields.
Mm. So it seems like many children that already know a different reality that is actually possible here are born into this, a reality that is all, about wars and good and bad. What would you say to parents who actually are aware and wish to bring a space to their children for better growth and to bring out their gifts, and help them bring a different world?
First of all, encouraging them to be who they are in their truth, and helping them to eat healthy and to have a lot of fun and play.
Mm.
Dark energies and demons, they can't come to you if you have a lot of joy and fun and laughter in your house.
Yeah.
It's only in fear and sadness, depression, and self-destructive thoughts are they invited. So, that sense of play and joy and closeness with the family, letting the kids, share what comes to them and speaking to them as if, not patronizing them, but as if they are an equal, because they are an equal. They are actually the masters and the teachers, which is why in all religious texts all over the world says that the child will lead the way, that one that possesses the heart of a child is going to enter the kingdom of God, that we all must connect. The parents need to learn how to connect and heal a relationship with their inner child and what they knew when they were younger. And the children as well must always maintain their inner child as they get older, as things happen. It's important for them not to let themselves become jaded and bitter and cynical and so forth.
Yeah, exactly.
And also exploring infinite potential, because we really are infinite potential. So the way we're living right now is such an insult compared to how we can be living. So encouraging really out there thoughts and showing them how it is possible. That's something that I really love to do. I love showing people just how much, truth is stranger than fiction, and how there are no limits, just beliefs.
Yeah, it's amazing to see when you give a child a freedom to its own creation. Then you'll see some amazing things. I saw a girl that is 3 years old. Somebody asked her a question, and she said in a meditation pose and put her hands on her heart, and she said, "Just a second, I need to ask my heart what is the answer."
Wow.
So yeah, it's to see, 3 years old, and nobody taught her that. That's, through the eyes of a child, you can see the potential of truly what the human beings are capable of.
And how life is supposed to be as well.
Yeah, in a natural...
Awe and wonder, playing with nature, communicating with nature spirits.
Yeah.
Not having a reason to be happy.
Exactly.
As we get older, we need a reason to be happy.
Yeah.
I'll be happy when this happens, when I have this, and so forth. And we're putting up our happy. So we're on our deathbed, and we're like, well, where's my happy? What did I really do with my time in my life, right?
Yeah.
So I love that about children, how they're just happy just because. I think because they know that's what they are. They are just pure love. Yeah.
When we let go of the reason, then we see that happiness is always available, and it's infinite. And that's really beautiful. And what would you say in this subject? Many people really get, they start speaking about, when you speak about reptilians, and Illuminati. I know that you also speak about these things, but you have a little bit of different view on all of this subject. I mean, many people get into the fear, right?
Yeah.
And, so, what would you say to people who actually begin to listen and to study these things? Because probably one of the reasons out of many